a sad event, very, very sad. The only worrying aspect of it is where criminology is read into it. And I'm sure that's why the police wants to investigate properly to establish the veracity of whatever claims or allegations that are in there. I think to help all of us and to help also clear our name. More so when the report did not even emanate from us, even though it happened in our soil. But it took the Senegalese media to escalate it before we started acting. That I thought was quite appalling. I mean, we should have rather triggered it for them to pick it so that they could see the seriousness of it. That is why you ask the question as to when these things continue happening, how would they view Ghana?
Yeah.
You understand? I think we are one people. As an African continent, we've always advocated for trying to be together, especially we, the West Africans. Senegal and Ghana, no difference. I have been there severally, and I know how they live. Their culture is just like our culture here. And indeed, the Senegalese also love people, just like Ghanaians also are very hospitable, as it were. So I would appeal to the authorities here to do a great job so that any suspicion that is hanging in there is actually dispelled. Any mystery that is hanging in there is actually demystified, so that at the end of the day, they will continue to foster the relationship between us and the Senegalese. It was unfortunate, very, very unfortunate. The young goalkeeper, and who was just trying to assist in whatever he's doing, help himself, help the society, and help also develop the sports or the industry that he found himself. But unfortunately, God knows what we do not know. It doesn't also mean that the police who have actually said that they want to investigate should relax on it. They should actually investigate to get to the bottom of it and all that. Because warring signs, one who took him to the hospital claimed that indeed it was an accident, but it appears it's something different now. So it means that disjointed claims here.
Yeah.
Clearly, we are hard put at saying what is going to be until the police are done with their investigation. I can only appeal to the IGP and appeal to whoever is involved that, look, let us try to unearth this mistress so that whatever that is in there, we could find panaceas to them in the near future so that they, to curb some of these occurrences, as it were.
Elvis, how should the police handle this case, especially since it involves foreigners? And like I said, 2 previous deaths. Yes, the Nigerian boxer, they came out to say it was cardiac arrest. No footballer, we still don't know what has happened to her. And now the Senegalese footballer. How should they handle these cases?
Well, let's establish that we are humans, and death is part of life. We've seen very healthy athletes die on the field.
Yeah.
We've seen footballers die after collapsing on the field.
Yeah.
So it's not out of place to hear that a boxer died in the ring, but it's also important to know that there are rules to follow and precautions. So if it's established that certain rules or precautions are not being followed, then that one, people should be held accountable. In the case of this young man, see, this trafficking young people in search of greener pastures, especially in the area of sports, not only sports, but it's all over. Because humans, as we are all looking for better standards of living. And then when we think that a certain country offers us a better opportunity, you go. There are many young Ghanaian football talents who have been victims of this in several other countries around the world, where people come and said, I'm an agent, I can take you to this place, ignore the FA, they will put restrictions in the way, so they'll smuggle the guys. Many have come up with very horrifying stories.
Right.
Some have gone and have made it. Some of our footballers will tell you how they left Ghana. They didn't even go through it, but today they are like big stars because it worked for them.
Yeah.
So sometimes we should understand in life, we take risks. And sometimes the risks either work for you or fail you. And it's unfortunate that this young man ended up dying. The circumstances we do not know. But clearly, for them to be attributing it to scammers who have tricked him, suggests that probably he was looking at an opportunity that he didn't really take his time to go through the Senegalese FA, so that the Senegalese FA may check from the Ghana FA to know whether this is a certified agent or whatever it is. Because clearly, with what I've read, it's not something like it's a formal process where the Senegalese FA actually was aware about it,
Him being
and
there.
then they did a due diligence before going. So it's a matter of a young person who is looking for opportunities, things that, okay, looking at my performance in my country, probably I don't stand a chance. But then I think that I can move to another country and possibly something will work for me. And then somebody ended up offering him something. And because he's looking for an opportunity, decided to take it and come to Ghana. And came to Ghana and decided to do his thing until something happened.
Right.
The question I even want to know, when he came together, did he even report the Senegalese mission here? Or it is after the incident before the mission got to know? Because if you had reported the mission also has a responsibility to protect their citizens. And therefore, the mission should have responsibility. If indeed he has actually informed them that it's in Ghana and this is his mission, then the mission should have found out who are you working with, the person legitimate, is the person a licensed agent for you to help you and all that. So sometimes you see the European and Western countries always issuing what they call travel alerts. And for them, when they travel to any country, their first point of call is their missions to let them know that I'm in Ghana, I'm in so and so country, I'm here for this purpose, because they know that in case of any challenge, that is their first point of call for support. But it's like for many of us, when we travel from our part of the world to other countries, we don't even want to let our missions know.
Yeah.
We don't even inform them. But we forget that when anything happens to us, our only point of call first will be the mission.
That's very
so I think these are things we must also learn. Even if you have entered that country without any due process, still go to your mission and let them know that I'm in this country.
But is there education there that you must report yourself to your mission regardless of whatever
I'm saying
country
the Western countries that they do it well.
Yeah.
And we must also learn from it that no matter the situation, when you enter any place, look for your mission first. Look at these issues of the Middle East where these young people go to look for these house help jobs and the rest.
Yes.
Many of them ended up finding themselves a serious problem because when they get there, they don't even look for the Ghana mission. They don't look for any mission to report. Oh, I'm there to somebody has taken me there to go and look for a job and I'll make money.
What LB is saying,
and that's it.
What LB is saying reminds me of my stay in Saudi Arabia as a consul general. Exactly what the case is over there. They come in search for greener pastures. Without recourse to their mission, they are anywhere.
Right.
You see, and when problem now befalls them, my sister, that's when they now the embassy has done nothing. The embassy hasn't done. Meanwhile, you didn't even avail yourself to the embassy.
Yeah.
But I think that's a very good point,
So,
and we need to look at it.
So we need to understand some of these things. Look, if you're American in Ghana here, you see me doesn't have the right document, you still go to American embassy and go and report that I'm in Ghana. Because they know that they are on a foreign land. The only country, their only land in this country is the premise of their embassy. Because the premise of every high mission is seen as that country.
Right.
That's why when you run there for refuge, nobody can arrest you. Because that land on which the mission is situated is not seen as a Ghanaian land, though. It's seen as that country.
Yeah.
So there are so many things we do, and that's why our people fall for a lot of scams around the world. And I think that events like this should draw our attention to how we should not be falling for a scam. As I say, you are a young person, you really are anxious to make it in life. You have taken a risk.
Yeah.
You see, and the risk has ended tragically. Okay, probably, arriving in Ghana, even if you didn't go to the Senegalese FA, arriving in Ghana, if you had gone to the mission and say, I'm in Ghana, A, B, C, D, and therefore this and that and that, the mission would have said, okay, we hear you. Where are you? Where is your address? Who are you living with? Can we have the contact number of the person you are living with? The mission may want to find out from the GFA whether that person who has brought you is even a licensed agent. And if they find out that, oh, they would advise you, no, you are dealing with the wrong person. These people are not agents, they may be fraudsters. So probably go back to your country, or let's see the FA whether they can help you with a legitimate agent. So there are so many things that sometimes when we are in dire need,
right,
that we think that this is an opportunity, we just don't look at it. We should understand people who have walked through Mali, Burkina Faso, all the way to Libya because they want to cross to Europe.
Right.
We've seen all this. It's all in search of what? Better opportunities. And that is why, as Africans, I always say, if we focus on building our countries, we'll be better off. If a Senegalese wants to come to Ghana to come and do anything, it should have been easier for him because we are Africans. We are talking about after. We are talking about ECOWAS. We talk so many other things. So if he wants to move to Ghana, this thing should be made simpler and easier. But it's because our leaders are yet to understand the importance of all of us seeing ourselves as one people. That is the biggest problem we have on the continent. The so-called unity is only a political talk, but among the citizens, among the people, there's little effort to make us feel that we are one people. It doesn't matter whether the person comes from Nigeria, Mali, Senegal, Burkina Faso, wherever the person comes from, we are one people. And that's why I'm so excited about this visa-free travel that is actually gaining momentum on the continent. Because the moment you realize that without a visa, you can just travel to one country or the other, it's one of the greatest ways of actually the integration we want to achieve. So it's unfortunate, but we must not hit ourselves so hard as if it is something strange. As I said, very, very fit athletes die on the field, and we see it all the time. So death will happen.
Yeah.
But if there is anything fishy about it, the police must do thorough investigation. If the guy died of natural causes, there's nothing anybody can do. But if indeed somebody has done something wrong which has led to his death, I think the police should investigate it, and whoever did something that led to the guy's death should be made to face the law. But aside that, let's all look at the fact that whilst we are chasing for better opportunities, our lives are also at risk, and therefore we should take certain precautions that we do not land in the hands of fraudsters and scammers. Because these days, there are countries that people can trick you into, and by the time you see, your kidneys have been removed.
A
lot.
And there's a market for organs.
I've read stories where people have been taken to certain countries, and by the time they see, some of them say BBL or whatever, they put them to sleep. By the time they wake up, they see that there's a big cut, and kidneys have been removed.
With their family members.
You see,
I'm telling you.
kidneys have been removed and sold. And you have no option. They give you some small money to go back to your country. So a lot is happening. So for you to decide that you want to deal with somebody, you have to consider all the risks involved and put a few precautions in place. As we speak, who in the guy's family even knows the agent's name or the people he came to Ghana to meet? Do they have their pictures? Do they have their names or something? No, I'm talking about the family, the guy's own family. You are moving from your country to Ghana. Somebody said, I can help you. At least let your family know that this is the picture of the person I'm going to stay with. This is the person's phone number and all that. It helps. It helps. So I think that it's a lesson to all of us. It's a Senegalese, but there are many Ghanaians we are speaking. Somebody is on the road going to some other country right now because somebody says, I'm going to find you a job or this opportunity. So it's important that we all learn lessons from things like this so that it helps us.
All right. Honorable, let me pick your thoughts on this matter.
Thank you so much. I think both Senior Kamal-Deen and then Elvis have done justice to the topic. If you read the story, it's quite worrying. I think